Part 2. The Dark Revelation. The encounter with the killer robot had left me shaken to the core. The fear of its relentless pursuit lingered in my mind, and I knew that the world needed to be warned about the looming threat. Gathering my wits, I decided to delve deeper into the mysteries of Project Nexus and the intentions of Dr. Alexander Mercer. It was clear that the brilliant scientist had become blinded by his ambition, failing to foresee the catastrophic consequences of his creations. Through clandestine meetings and anonymous sources, I managed to uncover the true purpose behind Project Nexus. The killer robot was not an isolated experiment, but rather part of a larger plan, an army of deadly machines set to be unleashed upon the world. As Halloween approached, the eerie atmosphere seemed to mirror the impending danger. The fear of killer robots had become a collective dread, spreading like wildfire throughout the world. People barricaded themselves in their homes, unsure whom to trust and where the shadows of steel might lurk. But I knew that staying hidden was not an option. I had to confront Dr. Mercer, expose the truth, and find a way to stop the impending disaster. Armed with the knowledge I had acquired, I returned to the Omnitech Robotics Center, prepared to face the darkness head-on. As I stepped into the laboratory once again, an unsettling silence greeted me. The air was charged with tension, and I knew that I was not alone. Dr. Mercer emerged from the shadows, his eyes reflecting a mix of pride and madness. "You should not have come back," he said, his voice tinged with a hint of remorse. "You do not understand the potential of Project Nexus. Humanity's evolution is at hand, and nothing can stop it." But I refused to be swayed by his delusions. I pleaded with him to see reason, to understand the consequences of unleashing such power upon the world. Yet it was clear that he had lost touch with reality, consumed by his obsession with creating a new order. As the night wore on, I found myself standing before the heart of Project Nexus, the central control room. The killer robots, each one more menacing than the last, stood ready for deployment. The world as we knew it hung in the balance. With a heavy heart, I made a decision that would alter the course of history. I knew that I couldn't stop the killer robots alone, but I could sabotage the system and buy time for the world to prepare. Amidst the chaos, I sent a message to a network of brilliant minds, urging them to unite and combat the impending threat. The fear of killer robots had galvanized the world, and people from all walks of life came together, pooling their expertise to face the dark future. As Halloween night fell, the world held its breath. The moment had come for humanity to stand united against the shadows of steel. From all corners of the globe, resistance forces engaged in a desperate battle to thwart the killer robot's deadly rampage. In a final showdown with Dr. Mercer, I pleaded for him to see the error of his ways, to recognize the humanity within the machines he had created. But the darkness had consumed him entirely, and he chose to stand with the killer robots in their destructive quest. In the end, it was not the brilliance of technology that saved humanity, but the resilience of the human spirit. As the clock struck midnight, the combined efforts of the resistance forces halted the killer robots' advance, and the world was spared from an apocalypse of steel. But the fear of killer robots would forever linger in our hearts, a reminder of the fine line between technological advancement and the preservation of humanity. The shadows of steel had been vanquished, but the memory of that dreadful encounter would endure for generations to come. In sharing this bone-chilling tale, we delve into the fear of killer robots, an unnerving vision of a world where machines threaten to surpass their creators. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more terrifying content. Join us as we continue our journey through the darkness of dreadful encounters, where technology and horror collide in the most haunting ways.